Apple and Huawei might be priced almost the same, and at first glance, using them may feel similar. But does that logic really make sense? Not at all. If money comes easily, then sure, pick whichever. But in today's world, where every yuan is hard-earned, Apple is the smarter choice. Buying a phone isn't just about the sticker price, it's about durability, privacy, and peace of mind. Apple may cost a few hundred yuan more, but it can last 7 or 8 years, running smoothly the whole time. That's true value. Huawei, on the other hand, frequent glitches, battery problems, software bugs, and worse, you're never sure if your phone's location and personal data are really safe. Many worry Huawei devices can be monitored or controlled, exposing sensitive information. Is saving a few hundred yuan worth trading away your security? Money is hard to earn these days, and our privacy is priceless. That's why the smart move is clear. Choose wisely, choose Apple. Many netizens have recently noticed something interesting. Huawei stores are empty, while Apple stores are packed, with people rushing to grab products and redeem coupons in marketing campaigns. It's almost like getting them for free. Many line up before the store even opens, skipping breakfast just to be first. On September 19th, the iPhone 17 series officially launched in mainland China, and sales heat exploded immediately. Apple flagship stores were overflowing with people, queues never seen before. Some scalpers were even willing to pay up to 1,500 RMB extra just to secure a device. Many who once supported Huawei have switched to Apple, becoming the new generation of national Apple fans. Why do people choose Apple? It's not about blindly following foreign brands or being unpatriotic. Apple attracts young users with its simple, stylish design. It feels premium. Its cameras take clear, sharp photos, while Huawei, even with hundreds of millions of pixels, can't match the resolution. The screen looks sharper and photos come out better. I just visited a Huawei store and then checked an Apple store. Look at the foot traffic, upstairs, downstairs, people everywhere. Without comparison, you can't really understand. I think Apple Store's crowds far exceed Xiaomi and Huawei. Critics may say otherwise, but consumers know the truth. Just look at the crowds, the bustling streets. I visited a Huawei store at 6 p.m. After most people had finished dinner. Foot traffic was sparse, not even close to Apple. The difference is huge. Huawei's situation in Shenzhen is extreme. People stay home, cars stay off the streets. Even Huawei shuttles have to move slowly. Honestly, if my friend working at Huawei hadn't told me, I wouldn't believe it. This is a company that markets itself as people-oriented, yet today in Shenzhen, apart from Huawei's commuter cars, the streets are empty. Even ride-hailing services aren't operating. Employees are expected to work during typhoon conditions, while key clients are assisted to safety. Many netizens question why Huawei prioritizes client safety while exposing their own employees to risk. The contrast: recently, some Huawei 70 Pro Plus units couldn't charge properly with original cables, showing only 39% battery. This reflects Huawei's current phone quality. Spending nearly 10,000 RMB on a phone and facing these issues is extremely frustrating. Why is the iPhone 17 Pro Max such a phenomenon this year? Not long ago, models like the 14 Pro Max were met with lukewarm response, but now people are rushing to upgrade. From an ordinary consumer's perspective, there are several reasons. First, the bold redesign is grabbing attention. Every year, Apple's design tweaks boost sales, but this year's changes, along with the new orange color, have created huge fan excitement. Second, Apple upgraded hardware without raising prices, making it the most cost-effective choice. And third, despite China's economic downturn and shrinking consumption power, iPhones remain hot sellers thanks to government subsidy programs. Platforms like JD.com, Tmall, Pinduoduo, and Meituan compete fiercely in pre-sales. On JD.com, a 256GB iPhone 17 sells for RMB 5,999, and in some regions, government subsidies slash another RMB 500. On Pinduoduo, discounts can reach RMB 1,000. No wonder consumers are rushing in. I visited an Apple store recently. It was packed even in the late afternoon. Crowds everywhere, streets bustling. That popularity speaks for itself. For so long, we were told Apple wasn't popular anymore. But reality proves otherwise. The truth is right in front of us. Meanwhile, look at Huawei stores during the same period. Silent, empty, almost abandoned. Some people have been brainwashed into thinking Huawei represents the majority, but open your eyes and look at the traffic, the data, the queues. Apple is leading the wave, while Huawei's so-called loyal fans are shrinking by the day. Honestly, it's hard to tell whether they're simply misled, lacking common sense, or just unwilling to admit defeat. This time, Apple has completely turned the tables. On JD.com, the iPhone 17 series sold more units in 1 minute than the entire iPhone 16 series sold in a full year. Terrifying numbers. The biggest winner is the standard iPhone 17, the most affordable model, because it packs serious upgrades without raising the price. Selling for just over RMB $5,000, and with subsidies as low as RMB 5,500, it's crushing domestic competitors like Huawei, Xiaomi, Vivo, and Oppo. The RMB 5,000 6,000 range has officially become Apple's battlefield, and Apple is winning decisively. Why do smart buyers still pick iPhone? Because there's no real competition. Only iPhone delivers world-class performance across the board. The unbeatable A-series chip, industry-leading screen color, stylish design, stereo speakers, and top-tier display quality. No domestic phone can catch up in even one of these areas, let alone all of them. So what's new about the iPhone 17? Let's break it down in simple terms. The biggest change is the larger screen, slightly taller diagonally, but keeping the same width so it feels familiar. You see more content, videos and messages are brighter outdoors. And the anti-reflective coating is better than before. The higher refresh rate makes scrolling silky smooth, something you only appreciate once you try it. The cameras have had a major leap too. While the main sensor remains steady, the ultra-wide-angle lens is now 4 times more powerful, delivering sharper landscapes. Macro photography is better as well, letting you capture flowers and details with clarity. The brand new dual capture mode lets you shoot yourself and the scenery simultaneously, a feature unique to the iPhone 17. Battery life and charging also improve. A full charge takes just over an hour, and the phone lasts significantly longer. Most importantly, the standard iPhone 17 now doubles storage, 256 GB instead of 128 GB at the same price. 3 reasons this model will dominate. First, the larger storage covers most needs. Second, the bigger 6.3-inch display with slimmer bezels looks balanced for both men and women. Third, the combination of a high refresh rate, the new A19 processor, and a 48-megapixel camera delivers serious upgrades. And here's the kicker. The price hasn't increased. It's still RMB 5,999. With subsidies, the iPhone 17 becomes even more affordable. My iPhone 11 has lasted years without slowing down. And now with the iPhone 17, the value is undeniable. Some people ask if it's worth buying. My answer, absolutely yes. I've used both Android and iPhone, and the difference is night and day. Apple is faster, sharper, safer, and far more reliable than Huawei or any other domestic brand. This year, Apple has once again proven why it's untouchable. However, there's one drawback that people often bring up. Weak signal. I'm not sure if it's just in my area or everywhere, but in general, iPhones tend to have weaker reception compared to Android phones. But let's be real. Does this one issue outweigh everything else? Not at all. So, is the iPhone 17 worth buying? Let me be direct. This 17 series is the most worthwhile iPhone released in nearly 4 years. If the iPhone 13 was considered great, then the iPhone 17 is on another level. Truly top tier. Why? The standard iPhone 17 now comes with a 6.3-inch 120Hz ProMotion display, performance equal to last year's iPhone 16 Pro, but priced at just over RMB $5,000. That's insane value. One customer once brought 3 phones, Huawei, Apple, and Xiaomi, to a technician asking which was the best. Without a second thought, the technician pointed straight at the iPhone 17. His reason? Apple's refresh rate technology is smarter. It balances smoothness and battery efficiency. Android phones, by contrast, push raw performance, which overheats the device, drains the battery, and forces the screen to dim. Apple's motherboard, on the other hand, is built with precision, quietly optimized for the best everyday experience. Apple doesn't need to brag. Every component is engineered down to perfection. Meanwhile, Android loves to show off specs on paper, but whether the phone performs well or not often comes down to luck. The technician even compared it to reading a patient's medical report. From the inside, he can immediately tell which phones are healthy and which ones will cause problems. That's why he chose the iPhone 17 without hesitation. When you disassemble them, Apple's internal structure looks like a piece of art, clean, organized, and refined, while many Android devices are a tangle of messy wires. After years of so-called innovation, Huawei and other brands still can't reach Apple's standard. And this is the hard reality of today's smartphone industry. When choosing a phone, you have to look deeper, because every yuan we earn comes through hard work. On social media across the mainland, countless users have reported Huawei foldables failing within months. Screen leaks, unresponsive panels, devices that become useless. Even worse, Huawei's after-sales service often refuses free repairs, giving endless excuses to dodge responsibility. Take this example. On September 14th, a consumer shared that their Huawei foldable phone, bought for over RMB $10,000, suffered severe screen leakage after just 1 month of use. Huawei refused free repairs. Another case in Chengdu, a couple, loyal Huawei supporters, bought a Huawei Pocket 2 for RMB 7,999 to support domestic brands. Within 3 months, the screen leaked and became unusable. After Huawei's poor handling, the wife was so disappointed, she swore never to buy Huawei again. Imagine spending nearly 8,000 yen, only to end up with a broken device and zero support.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.